Pokemon Go players defend Niantic over 3-hour community days. Okay, seems like we're gonna be getting into something really interesting here. Now I am gonna keep an open mind because I do understand that people have different opinions, whether you agree or disagree, that's totally fine. Just remember to keep it civil. I straight up disagree with the move that Niantic made when it came to nerfing the hours of Community Day. It was 3, and then they ramped it up to 6, and that was something, in my honest opinion, that was very beneficial as it allowed for more schedule flexibility for a variety of players that have responsibilities outside of the game, such as with work, family, etc. So when they nerfed it back to 3 hours, that right there caused quite the stir in the Pokemon Go community, and I actually did a video to cover that, which will be linked down below in the description. Pokemon Go players haven't been happy with the change to Community Day durations in 2022, but they still believe the title of the event is fitting. Pokemon Go players have had much to adjust to over the past year, from nerfs on incense to reducing Community Day durations. While many have voiced their frustrations over the changes on social media, fans are still willing to rally and stand beside developer Niantic over certain aspects of gameplay. Players have made specific efforts to point out beneficial changes to the game, like in the case of the Galarian Bird Trio and Adventure Incense, celebrating them and commenting on how the additions improve the Pokemon Go experience. This has included comments on how certain features could be expanded to create more enjoyable challenges. While not everything has been perfect, fans are still dedicated to the game and specifically back up certain elements that are key to Pokemon Go's addictive, community-focused gameplay. This has recently been seen in a situation where a player attempted to roast Community Days for their name. In a recent post, a Pokemon Go player attempted to roast the term Community Day for the special event spotlighting certain species for a short period of time. The post reads, "Community Days should be renamed to Community Hours." I mean, if I'm gonna be honest with you, it is pretty accurate to call it Community Hours, seeing how 3 hours really isn't that much time for a lot of people. And while 6 hours isn't technically a day either, it offers more time flexibility so people can choose if they want to play for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, the whole shebang with 6 hours, or if there are, say, a couple of hours that they have free to them before they have to do things like work or family things, then that right there is where 6 hours is objectively more beneficial than 3 hours. 3 hours is a lot tighter. The player states that the title misrepresents the event as the duration is on 3 hours and not a full day. However, trainers in the comments were quick to jump in and defend the event, slapping back with a number of remarks. Now, I mean, if this person is kind of coming across as nitpicky for little to no reason, then, you know, okay, yeah, that is kind of being a little bit petty here. But as far as these remarks go, I can't wait to see what they have to say about this in defense of Niantic and their move to making Community Day 3 hours. One player states, "It's not called Community because it lasts a day, it's called Community Day because it's a day for the community," while another adds, "When a sporting event occurs on a certain day, people call it game day, even though the game typically lasts anywhere between an hour and a half to 3 hours. This community just loves to complain, LMAO." But if we're going to be technical here, the term day implies literally the entire day, the 24-hour period of that day. Side note, imagine if Community Days actually lasted 24 hours. That would be pretty wild. Workday is another example of how this could be compared to. I mean, a workday typically lasts 8 hours. I guess it really all depends on the context and what one's point of view is in this situation. But I'm going to keep it 100 with you guys when I say that it was still a very bad move, and a tone-deaf move at that, when Niantic nerfed the Community Day hours from 6 to 3, thus shortening the gap when it comes to those that can participate in the event versus those that can maybe participate in part of it. While While most players have agreed that the 3-hour duration isn't the most inclusive for all players, especially those who work midday weekend hours, the community still sees the event as a day of celebration. For many, the outing is the perfect opportunity to get out, spend a day with friends, and continue playing long after the featured spawns have disappeared. And you know, I'm 100% on board with that type of outlook, you know? It isn't just an event that the game has for you guys, but it's an event where you and a bunch of your friends can come together and hang out and celebrate the day as a community. Celebrate the day in the name of friendship as well. But unfortunately, with the way that Niantic has been treating the game as well as the player base, I have to really commend those that are still willing to dedicate themselves through playing Pokemon Go, despite the amount of horrible tone-deaf decisions that Niantic has made to further push the game down into the depths. But these are just my own takes and analysis on the subject. What do you guys think about this? Do you agree with my takes? Do you disagree with my takes? Do you agree with the takes discussed, or do you disagree with the takes discussed? Leave your feedback and your thoughts in the comments down below, ladies and gentlemen. I always love to hear you guys back. Thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you for your time as well in viewing this video. Have yourself a damn good one, you beautiful people. I'll see you next time.